Hello and welcome. Today with EonHaven Life Stories, we're going to dive into something that's close to all our hearts, relationships. Whether it's with a partner, a friend, or a family member, relationships shape our lives in profound ways. They bring us joy, comfort, and a sense of belonging. But let's be honest, keeping a relationship healthy and happy isn't always easy. Why? Because we're all unique. We think differently, act differently, and respond differently. And that's the beauty of it. But it's also where challenges arise. Have you ever found yourself thinking, why can't they just see things my way? Why can't they behave like I do? It's a common feeling, and it's at the root of many relationship struggles. But what if we could shift our perspective? What if we could learn to embrace these differences instead of letting them drive us apart? To listen life-changing stories every day, please subscribe us EonHaven channel. Today, we'll explore 6 practical principles that can help you nurture healthier and happier relationships. These principles are universal. They work for romantic partnerships, friendships, and even relationships with family members. By the end of this session, you'll have tools you can start using right away to improve your connections. Let's get started. The first principle is physical kindness. Now, this doesn't mean grand gestures or expensive gifts. Sometimes it's the smallest actions that speak the loudest. Think about this. Have you ever had someone hold the door for you when your hands were full? Or maybe a friend helped you carry groceries to your car. These little acts of kindness might seem insignificant, but they can brighten your day and make you feel valued. Let me share a story. A friend of mine, Laura, told me about her husband, who always makes her coffee in the morning, no matter how busy he is. It's such a small thing, but it means the world to her. It's his way of saying, I care about you. These little acts of kindness build a foundation of trust and connection. In your relationships, consider how you can show physical kindness. Maybe it's helping with chores, offering a warm hug after a long day, or even something as simple as sharing an umbrella in the rain. These actions show that you're paying attention and that you value the other person. Over time, these small gestures can strengthen your bond and create a sense of mutual respect. Next up is verbal kindness. Words have incredible power. They can lift someone up or tear them down. Imagine this. You've had a rough day, and someone says, "You're doing an amazing job, and I'm so proud of you." How does that feel? Suddenly, the weight of the day seems a little lighter. That's the magic of kind words. On the flip side, we've all experienced the sting of hurtful comments. They can linger in our minds for days, even years. That's why it's so important to be mindful of the words we use, especially with those we care about. Take the time to compliment your partner or express gratitude to a friend. Say things like, "I appreciate you," or "Thank you for being here." Avoid criticism or sarcasm, especially in moments of frustration. A heartfelt, "I love you" or "I'm here for you" can go a long way in making someone feel valued and secure. Here's an idea. Start a habit of sharing one positive thing with the people in your life every day. It could be as simple as saying, "I really admire how you handled that situation," or "Your laugh always makes my day better." These small verbal acts of kindness can transform the atmosphere in any relationship. The third principle is mental kindness. This one's about cultivating kind thoughts. Why does this matter? Because your thoughts influence your actions. Let me tell you about a couple I know. They were constantly arguing, and it seemed like they couldn't agree on anything. One day, they decided to try something new. Every morning, they would think of one thing they appreciated about each other. At first, it was hard, but over time, this simple practice shifted their perspective. They started focusing on each other's strengths instead of their weaknesses, and their relationship improved dramatically. Mental kindness means choosing to see the best in others. It's about giving people the benefit of the doubt and assuming good intentions. When you cultivate positive thoughts about someone, it naturally influences the way you speak to them and treat them. Here's a challenge. Next time you feel frustrated with someone, pause and think of 3 things you appreciate about them. This simple exercise can help you approach the situation with more patience and understanding. The fourth principle is about sharing without reservation. Sharing isn't just about material things. It's about experiences, emotions, and time. For example, I once met an elderly couple who had been married for over 50 years. The husband shared how he always saved a bite of his favorite dessert for his wife because he wanted her to enjoy it too. It's such a simple act, but it shows how sharing deepens connections. When you share openly, you build trust and intimacy. Sharing could mean splitting a piece of cake, opening up about your feelings, or inviting someone to join you in an activity you enjoy. These gestures show that you're willing to make space for the other person in your life. Think about this. What can you share today? Maybe it's a story about your day, a small treat, or even your time. The act of sharing, no matter how small, can create moments of connection and joy. The fifth principle is being virtuous. This is about living by values that build trust. Honesty, loyalty, and integrity are the cornerstones of any strong relationship. Let me tell you about Sarah and John, a couple I know. Sarah once told me, "I never worry about where John is or who he's with because he's always been honest with me." That's the power of trust. Being virtuous might mean keeping promises, staying loyal, or simply being dependable. Trust is the glue that holds relationships together. Without it, the foundation weakens. If you say you're going to do something, follow through. If you make a mistake, own up to it. These actions show integrity and build confidence in your relationships. Here's something to try. Reflect on your own values and think about how they align with your relationships. Are there areas where you could be more trustworthy or consistent? Small changes can have a big impact. Finally, the sixth principle is working towards a common goal. Shared dreams bring people closer together. I once met a couple who started a small garden together. At first, it was just a hobby, but it became a project they both cherished. They planned, planted, and harvested together, and it strengthened their bond. Having a common goal doesn't have to be something big. It could be planning a trip, saving for a home, or even tackling a puzzle together. These shared efforts create teamwork and unity. They give you something to look forward to and work on as a team. Think about this. What's a goal you can set with someone you care about? It doesn't have to be monumental. The act of working together, no matter the scale, can create a sense of partnership and accomplishment. Let's quickly recap the 6 principles. 1. Physical kindness. Small acts of care that show appreciation. 2. Verbal kindness. Using kind and encouraging words to uplift. 3. Mental kindness. Cultivating positive thoughts to influence actions. 4. Sharing without reservation. Building trust and intimacy by sharing openly. 5. Being virtuous. Living by values that build trust and loyalty. 6. Working towards a common goal. Strengthening bonds through shared dreams. Think about how you can incorporate these principles into your daily interactions. Start small. Choose one principle to focus on this week and see how it transforms your relationships. Relationships are like gardens. They need care, attention, and patience to thrive. By practicing these 6 principles, you're not only nurturing your relationships, but also creating a more fulfilling life for yourself and those around you. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every kind act, every thoughtful word, and every moment of shared effort brings you closer to the people you care about. So take these principles to heart and make them a part of your life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe EonHaven for more content on relationships and personal growth.